Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. We have another new release. I am so excited from Alter Ego. Meet their Wildwood palette. Any guesses as to what this is inspired by? Well, you probably already saw it on the thumbnail, but this palette is inspired by the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, which I'll compare the color stories in just a second. Let's take a closer peek inside this Wildwood palette. Now you do get a full-size mirror, and here is the 15-pan color story. Top row is full of shimmers, and then the next two rows are all matte shadows. This palette retails for $22. It will be available on April the 4th at 12 p.m. CST, and my affiliate code Steff10 saves you guys 10% off of your order. Now, while I have this palette open, let me push the mirror to the back. Let's also open up the Yucca palette so you guys can have a good comparison in case maybe the Yucca palette has escaped you. It is a $69 palette versus $22 over here. I love my Yucca palette. It was one of my favorites of 2023. It's just a green, kind of green, yellow, grungy color story, and I enjoy the Alter Ego formula. So we're gonna play a little game in today's video. I'm gonna create a full look using the the Wildwood palette from Alter Ego, and then the second look, I'm gonna set it to music. And I'm going to create the same look, but on one eye, I'll be using the Wildwood palette, and then on the other eye, I'll be using the Yucca palette, and it'll be up to you to decide in the comments, which I'll let you guys know later on, which eye is which eye do you think is Natasha Denona, or which eye you think is Alter Ego, because I have a feeling we're not going to be able to tell these beauties apart. And to my knowledge, the way that the to my knowledge, the way that the shadows pop out on the Natasha Denona palette, these are, I believe, magnetic pans as well with a magnetic base, so you can depot as necessary. If it is your first time here on my channel, let me just say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steff. I love trying out new makeup, especially indie makeup, affordable makeup. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, get ready with me style of videos. If that sounds great to you, I want to invite you to become part of our makeup family. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. That way you can be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Alter Ego, or you're really curious to see how good of a dupe is it going to be for Yucca over here from Natasha Denona, please give this video a big thumbs up before you go. And as usual, everything that I'm wearing will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping, I thank you guys so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get started with the first of two looks using Wildwood. If you guys want to see this palette in action, keep on watching. Now I've already primed my eyelids with the Moira eyeshadow primer, so we are now gonna dive into this palette. I'm wearing blue today, so I think I'm going to do maybe this shade first and then move into this blue shade. I think that will be cool. Maybe even bring in Oak, but I'm going to start with Trail and then we'll go into Stream and we'll see how that looks. And I'm using my BK Beauty 212 brush to apply. Alter Ego did send me, did I tell you they sent me this in PR, but they also sent me one of their eyeshadow primers, which I do enjoy. But I have one currently open from them that I do use. So as soon as I finish that up, then I'll use that. And I'll try and use that with the second look that I create. Now in a BK211, I'm taking the blue shade called Stream. And I'm going to start focusing that on the outer corner. I'm also going to bring it into the crease. And I will have my Alter Ego playlist linked in a pinned comment in case you want to go and check out any other Alter Ego videos that I have created over the past few years. Wow, that blue just kind of took over that brown shade, didn't it? I don't mind at all, but I'll bring a little of it back in a few minutes here. Now going back in with a little bit of that first shade that I used. I do have a little cut right there. I had those little razors that you can use for your face, and I nicked a little too close there to the brow bone. Oh, I like that. Okay, very nice. All right, now let's see. Before I add a, actually, you know what? I'm looking at this one. This one looks like a satin. I actually think I'm going to do this one on the lower lash line before I add one of these shimmers. That's what I was going to say. But yeah, let me go in with this one right here. This one is called Wisp. Using a damp BH Cosmetics pencil brush to apply. And I'm not going to take it all the way in. I'm just going to stop about right there. All right, now I want to try using a couple shades. I think I'm going to start first with this one here. This one is called Awe. And then I think I will go into this shade right here. This one is called Lush. Taking Awe on a damp Morphe M124. Now I'm taking the shade Lush, same brush, I just flipped it over and sprayed. That is so pretty, like a blue-green silver look. All right, now for the inner corner, I think I'm going to try this matte green yellow called Zest on my BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Good call. And I know some of the shimmer kind of migrated south a little bit, but that's okay. All right, guys, I am going to touch up the mascara I have on, add some liner. Maybe I'll do lashes. I don't know. But I will be right back to show you the completed look number one. All right, guys, so here is the completed look number one. I did some dark brown eyeliner on the top lash line, and it is from Flower Beauty right here. It's in the shade Dark and Stormy. I'm using Rare Beauty mascara, one of my favorite mascaras. And then for the lower waterline, also what has become one of my favorite eyeliners from Essence. This is their gel eyeliner in the shade Emerald Dragon. I'm loving that inner corner, that lime green inner corner, and I feel like this palette is performing really well. But now I'm going to remove both looks, and I'm going to play some music while you guys watch me create the same look but using two different palettes. I'm not going to tell you which one I'm using. It's going to be up to you to guess which one is going to be Natasha Denona and which one is going to be the new Alter Ego Wildwood palette. Let the games begin. Okay guys, so here are the two looks I created. This is look one and this is look two. What side do you think is Natasha Denona and what side do you think is Alter Ego? Number one, number two, sound off in the comments below. Let me tell you what I went in with. I'm using the Thrive mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I'm using a little NYX Epic Wear Smoky liner in the shade Sage Sparks on the lower waterline and Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner on the top lash line. I love the way this look turned out. I love the way both looks turned out. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and I'll share with you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I've gotten a pretty good feel for the Wildwood palette from Alter Ego. Love the cover art, and this is your typical cardboard packaging. This is cruelty free, and it's oh, they're from Houston. I didn't know that. Houston, Texas. Okay, way to represent Texas. You get a full-size mirror over here, and then these are your 15 different shadows. You have the row of shimmers at the top, and then you have like 2 satin shades down here at the bottom, and then all of those matte shades. I love a color story like this. This also reminds me of the new Lunar Beauty Moosh. Is it Lunar? Lunar Mush or Mush Lunar collection. Oh gosh, the name of it is escaping me right now, but I just reviewed that collection. That palette is excellent. This palette is pretty excellent too. If you are not going to be able to pick up the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, maybe you just haven't. It comes with a pretty hefty price tag at $69, although I will say Natasha Denona does have a really good eyeshadow formula. This is the next best thing, guys. Nobody's gonna know, just like nobody can tell which side is Natasha Denona and which side is Alter Ego when you're out and about. They're not gonna say, I bet that's Alter Ego on your eyes, or I bet that's Natasha Denona on your eyes. What matters is the color story and the performance of the palette, and you get that here with Alter Ego and the Wildwood palette. Once again, this palette is gonna drop on April the 4th at 12 p.m. CST. My affiliate code STEFF10 saves you guys 10% off of your order. Let the guessing game begin. 1, 2, which one do you think is Natasha Denona? Which one do you think is Alter Ego? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink that water, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.